Engagement is the condition of learning that fuels each of the other conditions present in the learning process. It centers around the idea of cultivating willful participation in the learner. That participation is the catalyst for meaning-making success when any number of the other 7 conditions are applied. But in order for it to be effective, the learner needs to participate both on their own terms and under their own motivation. To facilitate this, an instructor can work to remove 3 fundamental barriers to voluntary engagement. Here are the common obstacles that prevent a learner from choosing to engage with a new concept. The learner does not perceive themselves as capable of or suited to obtaining a new skill. The learner does not recognize how being a practicer or an owner of the target skill will add value to their life. Or the learner perceives engaging with a demonstration of the skill to be threatening or somehow unendurable. These obstacles can be summarized as, I can't do it, I don't need it, and it's not worth it. Now, it's important to note that those obstacles do not prevent a demonstration from being captivating, appealing, or strongly compelling. Riveting demonstrations fail to meet the threshold for engagement all the time. Camborne provides a relatable example. An extreme sport, such as hang gliding, can fascinate a non-participant from the ground. But most observers of this type of activity do not see themselves as potential hang gliders. They may find it enchanting, but if an observer feels they can't do it, don't need it, or that it's not worth the risk, then the chances they will personally engage and learn how to do it themselves is minimized. So in order to engage effectively as a learner, we need to believe we are potential doers of an activity. We need to believe being a doer of the activity gives us something non-doers can't get. And we need to feel comfortable with the amount of risk we will be exposed to in the doing. So as an educator, we need to ensure that we make the case for 3 things: ability, need, value. And we also need to help the learner tailor that information to connect with their own life and their own perspective. This lets the learner form a set of personalized beliefs around a concept that link responsibility to engagement. To do this, we can immerse a learner in the value proposition of a concept. We can demonstrate multiple avenues of approach to that concept using cues drawn from a learner's life experience. And we can establish an open and mutual channel of response to help a learner build trust and mitigate the risk of trying something new. Once a learner makes the personal decision to engage, they become open to meaning-making drawn from the input of each of the other 7 conditions of learning. The flow and contributions of these conditions are fluid and malleable. But it's important to recognize that they fold in, loop back on, and recombine with one another repeatedly throughout the experience of both learner and instructor. Where one learner may prefer to begin with engagement, another learner may need the support of other conditions to build up to willful participation. In either case, once a learner arrives at engagement, they will find that it both foments and is recreated by each condition it interacts with in a relationship of mutual support.